Susan Heffernan plumbing modifications. The first thing is this pump, the one that's actually supplying the underfloor. That's it there. It's a Wilo 7 meter. The one that's in there at the moment is an RL 25/7.5, which is 7.5 meter pump. We need something maybe similar sized, and that's feeding the underfloor. So to replace that, we need to replace the pump. I have it disabled at the moment by turning off the little flow adjustment in there. It's in between 2 and 3, so the pump is disabled because it's vibrating. So we need to replace that, and we may as well put the new modern pump valves on as well, the ones like we see here. So press that pump. Then we have a number of valves and air vents we want to add to the system. So here we have the flow and return, F and R, going out to the heat pump, but there's no isolating valves on it. So on the flow we need a valve there, and we need to add an air vent at this point to catch all the air coming back in. So that might mean having to extend this out a little bit to make room for a valve, an air vent, and then taking it back up in here. And then on the return from the heat pump, we also need to replace this, because we need a valve. We need an air vent on here and also a valve. So that means replacing this pipe here so that we can get it straight to get an air vent and valve on. It's important to put this sensor back on this pipe, and if you have a bit of insulation, put it back over it. To isolate the filter then for cleaning, we also need to put another 1-inch valve here. Sorry, this is all 1-inch pipe. Everything is 1 inch we've been talking about so far. So we need another valve on there to isolate the filter. Incidentally, the drain valve is here beside the buffer tank right there for the heating system, and the filler is over on the opposite wall right there. Then a couple of more air vents on this flow line here, which is it's actually the cold feedback on the cold return back from the underfloor. We need an air vent there. Also teed into it is the return from the hot water coil. So an air vent on that and an air vent on the pipe underneath it. They're both 1-inch pipes. That's actually the feed to the buffer tank. 2 air vents there. And I think finally we need a valve here on this feed into the buffer tank, 1-inch valve, and then another 1-inch valve on there. And then, oh yeah, finally, for draining down the system and isolating the reds, it would be a good idea if we have a drain down, we put 4 3/4-inch lever valves where we see the V marks there. That's it on the plumbing mods.